Oh yeah. Oh boy. It's been a while since I've been on here. Very nice. Oh, morning everybody. Thought I'd come on here this morning, have a bit of a dabble, and well, got a couple of hours this morning. Kids are having their hair done. Mrs. is off work. I think she said she's off work, or she's at work, but she's not at work. So I brought you down here. Little tiny pond, full of fish, little tiny stuff, some big stuff in here, but little tiny stuff. And I thought I'd break out the old Shakespeare box. Now, what do you do when you love fishing with minimal tackle? It's quite old, it's outdated, and you just want to go and have a day's fishing. What is it that you normally do? Like, well, ideally, feeder session, yeah. Get yourself an arm on, but it's more tackle to carry. Normally a bigger rod as well, so a rod bag as well as this. Float on waggler. Again, you could carry a little float rod, all probably made up, probably. But what if this is all the tackle you have, like right here? You've got yourself a net bag, you've got yourself a box, and that's it. What do you do? Well, today I've come down here just to have a little dabble, just for a couple of hours while I'm free this morning, and I thought I'd bring down a trusty steed of a Shakespeare box, because I know there's a lot of you out there that are still pondering around banks of UK waters with this style of kit. And like I've said before, it's all right me sitting here on thousands and thousands of pounds worth of gear, but you're not bothered. No one cares. Like, no one's bothered. You don't need all that to catch fish. So, without further ado, let's get stuck in to today's session. Now, carrying minimal tackle around with you makes fishing sort of little discreet and hidden away places like this, you know, quite enjoyable. And nothing beats a Shakespeare box, simply because it's full of storage. It's not massive. This is a small version of it, like the junior version, but it's got loads of storage in it. You can have a clip-on side tray. I think it goes on one side. Mice have chewed off that side. It's got a nice strap. This one is armed with an octopus kit as well. So a couple of adjustable legs. I've even got a couple of mud feet, but I might get away with it today. And ultimately, it's just a massive storage box that you can sit on. And then a net bag. Well, what you got inside the net bag? Cloth, landing net handle, little landing net. You know, just keep it really simple, like just as quick as that. Look, our landing net is together. And then a keep net. Just one of your old trusty keep nets in your net bag, and that can sit behind you. Probably put your phone on it, keep it dry or whatever. There's your keep net, there's your cloth. Inside your box, right, what do you keep inside here? Well, a couple of maggots from 3 sessions ago, probably a bit of ground bait, bank stick, either for a rod rest, or today this is going to be used for the keep net, just to keep it still. And you might also have a little box with some terminal gear in it, so shots, floats, a couple of pole rigs, feeders, bombs, plummets, you name it. Just a little tiny box like that, just to see you through. Some spare hook lengths in case you get snapped off or you just need to change your hook. The old trusty Shakespeare side tray, which just conveniently slides on like that. It's just incredible. And if you're wondering why I've not got a big rod bag with me today, it's because I'm going to be fishing with this little thing. Who knows? Well, it's called a Capellan Go Fishing whip. Little tiny whip. And you've normally seen me using these in the past where they're elasticated, just in case they're hooking into any big fish. But today, I'm going to try and hook into some little fish and just try and swing them to hand and just keep that little bit of a traditional style whip fishing going. It's not really my sort of fishing, but down here, a couple of hours to spare. I know what fish are in here and I can sort of just swing them to hand. And the beauty of this is, it sets up that quick. So, you don't need a rest for this. I'm going to be fishing that far out with a rig the length of the actual whip, so I can swing it out past these little pads that are in front of me, lift my fish up, and hopefully just swing it into hand. And that, people, is it. that is pretty much it. This is your box, all the gear there that you need. You'll have obviously out what you need on your side tray. And yeah, let's just get set up and get to it. And that's going to be your seat. Couple of hours worth of fishing sat on that. Oh yeah, might need a couple of them mud feet actually, but ultimately easy, innit? Absolutely easy. So this is my whip. It's a Capellan. I don't know what a Capellan is, but it's got a picture of a shark. It's got a picture of a bear and probably a salmon. Go fishing 300 pole. Probably, who knows? The idea is just to get a rig, swing it out there, hook some fish, and just try and swing a few in. Again, I'm not here to bag up. I'm just here to have a couple of hours fishing with some old maggots from other day, and just see if I can catch a few little bits this morning. So let's get stuck in. Landing net, I can just sit beside me. You never know, okay? You never know, right? There's been times when I've been like this big, and I've only done roach fishing. I've only come to catch roach, and it rips, and it's gone. So anyway, let's adjust a couple of these feet. Now, granted, a lot of you wear wellies when you go fishing. This time of year, it's October the 28th. It's 8 degrees this morning. It's not exactly a time of year that is quite pleasant for fine dressing. So get dressed for the occasion, people. Like, you know, get in the old spirit. Last thing you want to do is just get horrible and mucky anyway. So, a couple of mud feet on front. Let's see if we can balance this out. Oh, what do you reckon? And I reckon if I sit on that, it might just self-level a bit. Oh, yes. Octopus kit. It smells very, very natural down here. There's a very pungent smell coming from all this sort of silty, weedy area. Right, so keep net. Let's throw a keep net out. So a bit of a tackle box. I'll put that behind me for now. A couple of maggots. Probably ultimately just going to be fishing with them all day. Got a bit of ground bait from other day. See if that comes into play. That can sit there. Cloth. Oh, put that in there. Right, keep net. Right, keep net. So I've got loads of pads and foliage in front of me, but the keep net, the weight of it, as it sits on it, it should sort of press them down. And I'm only using the keep net today because, well, simply because I can, really. I don't need to by any means, but I'm just going to. And then let's try and oh yeah, oh ah. If you can't get out and have a good day's fishing, just get out and have an enjoyable day's fishing. Just get some old gear like this and just get out and just enjoy it. What do you reckon? You reckon fish will live in that or what? I reckon they will, won't they? If I do this. Oh ah. Oh ah. Like a retirement home in there now. Right under that, look. Yeah. Yes. So, that's his landing net. I'll leave that on there to hold it down. What we got? Cloth. So in your tackle box, this is a tackle box that come with a box that I purchased a couple of weeks ago, an old Daiwa one. You might have seen it on the other video. It's just always good practice, just to keep hold of a few little pole rigs like these ones. What have I got here? I've got a float, 0.2 gram, 013 to 011. Probably. I'll get to plumb it out just in case, but predominantly I'm going to be fishing up in the water. So I'm not overly fussed about just how much depth I've got. Actually, shall I go with that one? I think there's more on that one, isn't there? We'll go with that one. Yeah. We'll not keep it too busy. Now, there's a bit of ground bait in here. It's still fresh. If ever I've got an handful of ground bait left in a bucket, I'll either chuck it in, or if I do bring it home, put it in a maggot tub like that, wrap it up in a plastic bag, put it in the freezer. And if you're going to go and have like a couple of hours fishing like this at middle of the week, or take kids just for a couple of hours, a little bit of ground bait like that go a long way, believe me. So that can sit behind me there, that there. Right, on to the business end. Well, the whip. So this style of whip, I know a lot of you out there will be used to whipping a connector on with some silicone tubing and all that stuff. This has just got a simple, like an old Stonfo connector. I'm hoping it's going to stay on. Yeah, we're just going to have to, aren't we? We're just going to see people. Now, rig. Might have to put a bit of line on this. I've bought some line with me just to extend a pole rig. So, hook is exactly, I don't know if you can see that, the hook is exactly at the bottom of the whip. And idea is just to swing that out there like that, just to edge of those pads. I'll probably position you so you can see this a bit better in a minute. And then hook my fish, swing it up over, and straight to my hand, like that. Oh, look at this. Are we ready? Rig's ready. Maggots, disgorger, landing net, keep net, bait. That is as simple as it gets, people. I mean, it really, really is. So, let's throw a couple of casters on here, actually. Let me just get you out of the way. Hey, why are you in there? A couple of casters onto the top, and just see if I get a response from that. Just want to put a couple in at a time. And again, I'm only going to be fishing as far as I can sort of throw out as well. How are we looking? All right, good old drift. A fish on that. There is a lot. Look at that thing. Look at the size of that. That's what I'm telling you, folks. The ravenous little fish in here. Let's get a fresh maggot on. Again, a couple over at spot. They'll get some fish ready for when I go back in, if there's any there. And then whip up straight out like that. Oh, that's on. There we go. Look at that, just swinging it straight to hand. What's happened there? I've got 2 maggots on my hook. How's that happened? I bet he had a maggot in his mouth, and then he's took my bait with my maggot on and hooked the maggot back on the hook. I only put one on. So again, a couple of maggots, single red, and just whip it out. Just, I don't know if camera got it then, but 2 massive buzzards just above me here, just above these trees. Oh, a quick bite. See, now, when you start getting indications like this, this is when they've arrived, so to speak. Like, they're all out there. It's just getting them into one big area, like that, look. Oh, look at the size of him. He'll do. Don't go. There we go. Nice dark roach. Style of fishing that I used to do as a kid, this, and I never ever appreciated it because I only did this style of fishing because that's all. When I was really young, like 6-year-old, this is the only sort of style of fishing that I thought I could get on with. And let me just go away from them. There's a lot of people out there, like a lot of you guys out there, who really love your whip fishing. I know this is like a league of its own compared to your style. You know, someone you're catching like 300 bleak on Trent and Mersey on whip, or on rivers. You know, that's just a different kettle of whip fishing. But, you know, just for kids, or any of you struggling to get about, mobility is an issue, or you're just not one of them people that carries loads and loads of tackle, just a box and a net bag is all you need just to come and have a day's fishing. And there's no gimmicks either, people. I've not secretly got bags and bags of gear behind me. This is all I've brought with me today, and the only other little bag I've got is a little tripod bag, which the camera is on right now. Obviously, you guys won't be taking that fishing with you, so it's not really relevant. Couple more maggots, and again, it's easy to get carried away and start banging handfuls out because of what fish you're catching. Oh, there's a bite. Are we going to have it? Are we going to take it? Go on. You can have it. It's yours. You can have it. Just take it. Honestly, it's fine. Just have it. I don't mind. Go on. Are we on? Nope. Get a couple a bit further out. Oh, oh, completely wrong way. There we go. Let's try that. Oh, there we go. Little indication then. Float's just like starting to sail off across the surface like that. Are we on? Yes. Look at him. To be fair, people, that little tiny roach there is what I've come for. Just this style of fish. I really miss it. I used to fish on this little pond when I was a kid. I used to walk all the way from next village where I used to live and come down here. And nothing could beat it. I just thought, well, I've got to spare a couple of hours this morning. I'd just bring camera. There might be someone you're watching that are just, you know, sick at feeder fishing, aren't a fan at method feeder fishing, and you just want to get a little whip out and your Shakespeare box and just go and have a couple of hours somewhere. And I thought I might be able to fill a little bit of entertainment for you by doing exactly that this morning. A couple of casters out there. There we go. I'll get them up a bit. Swing it back out again. And hopefully, if they really get going in a bit, we'll be able to have a... is that on? Oh, a bit better. Look at him. Swinging him in. Another roach. Oh no, he's a rudd him. Smash my maggot up. And again, not complicated at all, people. Got my cloth here. My bait. Disgorge behind in my hat. And just giving you just the very basics, really. Just really, really easy fishing. And if you get it right, and you sat right, and you've got your whip in a good position, and you can fish over a big sort of snaggy bed of lilies and whatever we've got in front of us here, you can actually have an half decent day's fishing as well. So it's just starting to drift off. I don't know if you can see that. My float's just going right to left on its own, just slowly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift up and swing him in. So when you get a bite like that, it's one of these little tiny blades. Don't have to worry about losing him. Little roaching. Years ago, I never used to see many roach in this pond. It was just all rudd, golden rudd. It was in that area where ponds were just flowing into other ponds all around local area. And golden rudd spawning were that successful that they used to be everywhere. Every single lake you went to round here, they were everywhere. Oh, I bet it. Look at him. He's unhooked himself. He's breakdancing on my lap. Because of how quickly you take them out of the water as well, they go absolutely balmy. Maggot's absolutely fine. We've got a Joe Mangle. Is that untangling or am I making it worse? What are we doing? There we go. Right, back out you go. Couple of loose. Again, it'd be ideal if my side tray were on my left hand side and I could just chuck them out with my left hand. But there's no secrets here, people. There's no side tray at the side of me. And I just thought you'd be able to see it better on this side. Mice have chewed off the brackets on this side as well, so I think ultimately that's why I've not got my side tray on that side. Oh, a couple of fish right up near the top then. A couple of maggots. And then, let's go over the top of them. Some lovely goldfish in here as well. Be nice to catch one of them, like a luminous orange goldfish. Be really nice to catch one of them. Another little rudd. And again, this whip, it's one that I got with a bunch of tackle a few weeks ago. I actually got this and about 5 other whips and a couple of little poles for £5 from a charity shop. For £5. So I think this whip, it owes me less than sort of 50p, 40p. So it could be like a little bit of a cheap rod challenge for you today, but I just wanted to focus on what we're doing today, the style of fishing, because a lot of you have probably got some really good quality whips out there. It's sort of the fishing I'm trying to bring to you. So whip fishing can be very, very cheap, or low priced, budget. There, look. I think I actually saw that fish take that. Oh, he's a better size, isn't he? Lovely. What is he? Roach him. Lovely little roach. See if I can bag up on them all day, I'll be happy. There's plenty of times I've been down here and sat for cruisions at Tench all day and hardly caught a rudd or roach. Fishing for sweet corn over GG Green. Incredible days fishing waiting to be had down here. They absolutely love it. All done. There we go. That's it. Out with the whip. Couple of free offerings. Yeah, so I think the further I'm swinging out, I think the better fish are just hanging over that way. So the closer I seem to be coming in, or when I let my rig drift in, I don't seem to have any indications for a bit. I mean, I could go forward another 1.5 foot and put my feet in water, but I'm not going to bother. Oh, indication, little bite then. See, when you sort of get a bite, a little knock, those fish are just going to hang about, like that one, look. Because they're so hungry, they don't just have a investigative bite and then disappear, little rudd. They're having it. Bottom line is, they're hungry. An hour and a half in a keep net is a small price to pay. Right, a couple more loose offerings. There we go. Another good one. Oh, he's unhooked himself. Oh. Little roach. So I've got my maggot on my hook. There's a maggot hanging out of his mouth. So he's definitely enjoying those loose offerings. Like I say, there you go, look. So it's just sailing off now. So they just hang on. Oh, you wanted that, kid, didn't you? That's right in there. There you go. There you go. Oh, there we go. Let's get right to it. Really enjoyable doing this. And again, kids are off all week, so I'm probably going to bring them down at some point, especially Holly, and just get her doing this, just swinging a rig out, dropping it in. There's a decent peg over there where, oh, a bit better. There's a decent peg over there where, oh, there's a rudd. There's like nothing in front of you. So I think it'd be easier for her, like less opportunities to get snagged. He's like partly golden rudd, not a completely golden one, but definitely some golden rudd history in there somewhere. Straight out, a couple of maggots. Oh, I love this. Get messy, get slimed up. Catching some little Roach and Rudd. Saying it's currently 9:20 in the morning, free fishing. It's not really an established fishing pond this, so you don't really have to pay to fish it. But there's no like restrictions or anything. There's no guidelines anywhere. So I'm just going to make most of it. Got to be fish on. Oh, look at him. Oh, don't come off. No, don't come off. Oh, he left us, people. He left us. You're a massive roach. Well, not massive roach, but you're a good roach considering today's session. Oh, no. Ah, you're a good one anyway, people. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Another little rudd. Oh, like a bloody hummingbird in your hand. I seem to be getting a better inquiry from better fish when I chuck in when I chuck in casters. Oh, he took that and come right up to the surface. Then he did. What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing there? Yeah, the little roach, about 1/2 ounce. Have a lovely net of silvers in a bit for you. Oh, easy, innit? If you can do this, and this is your limit, fishing like this, please, please get out and do it. Because it's a style of fishing that's just so enjoyable. I mean, I love leaning into massive carp on, you know, big strong rods and big reels, and you know, I get a right buzz out of watching a tip go round and just fizz line off for a reel. I really do. And not only that, but it's a style of fishing that will never get old, simply because of how much weight you can build quite quickly. But you know, this sort of fishing where you can just sit here, I'm on my own, not bothering no one, no one's bothering me, and you can just sit here and just catch like this all day, every day. Just come down and just bag up. Just please get out and do it. If it's a style of fishing that you're used to or you enjoy and you're a bit unsure about whether to do it or not, get your Shakespeare box, get your whip and your landing net and just get out. I mean, besides a pint of maggots, if you've got a local venue near you and it's free fishing like this one, you can just get a slice of bread and just go with that fish on. Oh no. Oh, I thought we lost everything then, people. Thought it would get more. And just get out, enjoy it. Oh, is it going? Yeah, swing him up. Oh, he's coming in. That's probably one we lost. Look at him for a roach. He's a belter, isn't he? Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. This time, people, I'm going to try a caster. Not really my favourite upbait on here, simply because little fish can just destroy them before you even get a chance to hook a fish. But I've chucked in a few casters with these maggots, and I seem to get like a good response with roach every time I chuck casters in. And sometimes, you know, bigger fish, they'll prefer a shelled option like a caster to a maggot. Oh, the rig's actually drifting over to the other side now. I've got that wind, it's sort of changed, it's blowing towards, not a bad thing. But I've got all this in front of me and I kind of really don't want to be jangling up in it. Yeah, over it goes. Oh, yes. Caster. What we got? Roach on the caster. Yeah. A little bit burst, but let's see if we can get 2 on one. Oh. See, that wind's come back this way now, and it's interfering with my whippage. I want to get these fish up, like you should see them when they're really having it, and they're up in a bit, they probably will do. They'll be going mental. but it's like hook a duck. You can just go straight in. And we used to catch them years ago. We hadn't any bait on hook. You used to catch them on a bare hook, one after another. It might just be that they just fancy, the better fish fancy a caster. That's when I tend to be getting bites like that, look. And it seems to be from better fish, look. So, mate, I don't know, unless they just don't like... Oh, it's come off. But, what we got here? Another lovely roach, about an ounce. Oh, caught a landing there as well. I don't think they count, though. So, another caster. In through top, down, out through the side. Are we jangled? Are we jangled? Oh, jangled that way. Are we jangled? Is that it? There we go. Yeah, I just think that we seem to be further out that way, which is fine with me. Like, I'm fine with that. It would have been nice to get them just an extra foot in underneath all this bit of sort of... Oh wow, he wanted that. Underneath all this sort of lilies and stuff we've got here. I thought they'd be going mad under it, fish. So it's drifting off now. It's going to be a small fish that I think's taken that. And it'll have the caster wedged in its mouth. There, look. So you hook it when you lift up. The caster actually acts as like an anchor in its mouth before you do anything. I'm going to try another caster, actually. Seems to be getting a good response from the old... maggot larvae. Oh, should have waited. Should have waited. Schoolboy error that. Should have waited. Oh, again, look at that. He felt a lot bigger than he actually was when he hooked him. Casters destroyed. Right, so casters, people, seem to be the way forward. So remember that. Casters. There are a couple of casters. Best thing to do is get your maggots 3 days before you go fishing and let a few turn into casters. Like, that's all these are. These are from when I went out the other day. Oh, there we go. Right, so, casters, people. That's the one. Going quite well. It's currently 10:43 in the morning. I'm not joking when I say this. I bet I've had 250 fish. Absolutely ridiculous. I've stopped feeding now as well. It's just so busy out there with fish. It's unbelievable. Considering that when we started this morning, nearly hooked myself. It were quiet, and I did say that give it half an hour and it just takes off. And that's exactly what's happened. It's just absolutely full of fish out there. I mean, look at this thing. Swinging those in. Want a chuck? I mean, getting some really tiny little blades and what have you. And you know, I've had a couple of roach that, probably 4 of them to the pound. And I've also lost a couple of really big ones as well. Took a few more maggots in, that was about that. But it's just full of fish. There's just so many, it's unreal. It gets a bit worrying after a bit. Oh, look at this one. See what I mean? Look at that. And this is all raw here as well, people. There's no one stood out there hooking roach onto my rig. Although that one nearly went, but getting a bunch of them at a time, it's just amazing. And the bigger the fish, the less chance of bursting my maggot as well. But again, it's just a really pleasant day's fishing, like just really simple. Shakespeare box, a non-elasticated whip, with just a pole rig on and just a lash of line going down to it. Another one here, look at him. Just one after another. And the immaculate fish as well. It's a very, very heavily naturally fed venue, this. You can just smell it when you're here. It just smells like wildlife. It just smells really good. And yeah, so far, giving you an absolutely belting morning's fishing. And as I'm talking to you right now, the float is just going absolutely wild. So I can't stress it enough. Get out with your gear. If you've got a Shakespeare box and a whip or a little pole and a keep net and just little bits, get yourself out and get fishing. Just get out, get a day ticket somewhere, pint of maggots, bit of ground bait, and just go and have a nice day's fishing out, because this it's all right sitting on most expensive gear money can buy, but it doesn't have to be expensive. In fact, in some cases, a lot of this tackle that I'm on right now and using were completely free of charge. Oh, he's fell off. Because I've purchased bundles of tackle for like £5. Boxers, rods, you name it. And it's actually come with tackle inside it. So definitely get yourselves out, even to a commercial. There's pretty much on every commercial fishery, there's always that one little stock pond or a lake that's got a few more silvers in, and you'll be fine fishing just with kit like this. Put a few more maggots out because fish aren't competing for it as much as what they were. You watch, I'll put this in now and they'll just go mad for it straight away. But underneath where I've been feeding, there must be like tension, your crusions, because it's just fizzing like lemonade out there. They're just going absolutely balmy for it. Look, hook with the maggot on, and he's got a white maggot poking out his mouth. So, feeding and then going on over the top is the way forward. Look at this. Oh, a baby Thomas. Look at that little tench. Baby little tench, look at him. Baby tench in October. Can't get better than that. Oh, what a pleasant surprise. Shouldn't really call it a Thomas without Andy May's permission, but exciting times, people. Get out with your old gear, get a pint of maggots, and just go and catch fish. Just go and do it. Even if you have to make an excuse to go. Get grandkids and kids or whatever, and just get you sent out with your Shakespeare box. Oh, missed that one. We're going to call it a day there. Just going to have this one more cast. And I think I want to wrap it up for you. And this is the last fish of the day. A little tiny baby rudd. Little tiny thing. Give him a look. I don't know if you can quite see him. Miniature little fish, but that's exactly what we've come here for this morning, to this little pond. Just to demonstrate what kind of fishing that you're missing on this little tiny Capelan or Capelan, or I don't even know if it, I don't even know. It's a brand that is Decathlon's own fishing brand, I believe. Did a bit of research on it. Simple enough pole rig, 3 number 8s at bottom, 011 hook length, 013 mainline with a 0.2 gram Guru float, don't know, and then just with a lash on top up to the top of my whip, and that has been the weapon of choice for today. So I've even got a bunch of maggots left. Look at all them. I probably had half a pint left. There's probably just under half a pint left there. So I'm even going to take them back with me, put them on bird feeder for bods, and yeah, just make the most of my day, really. So let's get packed up, get all these fish out, and show you what kind of day's fishing you could be having. Oh, look at all them for you. So nice easy day, plenty of fish caught on just the most basic tackle on today's market. We've had loads of really quality roach, loads of rudd, and even this little tiny baby tench as well, which were a nice surprise for us all. This place is absolutely thriving with fish, and I mean it's full of them, but there's many places like this out there which I'm sure you guys can go with a little cheap whip like this Capelan one here, and your Shakespeare box and a landing net, and just have a good day's fishing just with half a pint of maggots. I mean, there's probably the best part of £6 of fish here, and the absolutely quality, every single one of them are just scale perfect. So absolutely blinding day on the bank. If you've liked this video, give it a like or subscribe, or even share it if you wish. Drop a couple of comments as well if you feel. If there's anything out there or a particular style of fishing you want me to do and show you that might take you down memory lane, drop it in comments and I'll head there soon. So don't go wasting all your money. Don't go buying really expensive gear for a good day's fishing. A simple Shakespeare box, a tiny whip, and just a couple of hours and a pint of maggots, and you can have a blinding day's fishing like me today. And all these lovely Roach and Rudd and this little tench. So from me in today's video, we will see you on the next one. Oh, one's gone. I don't need to do this, but I'm going to, just for the sake of video. Someone else come around today and asked me how I've done. I've had loads of roach and loads of rudd. And he said that they're actually struggling just lately with people coming down here at night and trying to steal the fish. So they're absolutely of no use to me whatsoever. And I just thought, for the sake of video, why not get me releasing them, just for anyone that might be a bit concerned. But I think he's got his head stuck. There he goes. But last thing I want is for people thinking that I've got any interest in stealing fish, because I really haven't. But just for the sake of the video, there's the fish all going back nice and safe. There's a couple in edge here. And if you do steal fish, and for whatever reason you might steal roach and anything for, just put them back. Yeah, just go to Chippy and get fish and chips if you're that hungry. They'll taste horrible as well.